Hi, my name is BOI. I make good music, indie pop specifically, and I'm from Sydney, Inner West. I'm doing 2 songs. The first one's Little Sister, written for my little sister, and the second one is called Dear Diary, which is a whole bunch of confessions of mine. They say that the best music comes from the hardest times, so relationships, substance abuse. I love sort of writing about other people's lives. But musically, I think like Killing Heidi, Bachelor Girl, the 90s was where it was at. I would always just love to write with Ed Sheeran because I think he's just a weapon. I think that would be so cool if you're watching. In terms of my music, Benny, I love G-Flip. I think that G-Flip's amazing at what they do. But yeah, I guess it's like a mixed bag of lollies, my music. Well, I probably should have been born in the 80s because I am very technologically unfortunate, if that makes sense. Things seem to go wrong, but social media, I actually have been on a bit of a hiatus from connecting with fans because I took myself to rehab last year. But I think that story has been something that people have really latched onto, being honest. I still have to get a grip on TikTok. It overwhelms me. But it is the best thing. I do watch it a lot. But hopefully just like getting out there again now that COVID's gone, hopefully, to do some more live music and potentially I've been doing like Patreon, which is really cool because then you can connect directly with your fans. So little like listen parties, things like that. They are a digital art form. Is this a test? They are a digital art form that you can buy and swap and sell online. Yeah, no, that sounds great, especially in the music industry where the artists never really own their music. It's a golden ticket. And yeah, that's pretty much all I know about NFTs. I think that like with anything, like there's a positive and a negative. I think streaming is an amazing thing that's come out. Music can be accessible everywhere. Fans, you can have fans in Italy, France, America, that, if you were to release CDs 20 years ago, maybe they wouldn't have access to them. Just the playlisting things that Spotify has, it's amazing because you can find new artists. But I do think also that there hasn't really been like a way that the artists who make the art generally can recoup their intellectual property. And I mean, NFTs, man, that sounds great. Yeah, especially, instead of creating all this content that can sort of get lost in the very sort of chaotic world of the digital world, you're connecting with fans that want to hear your music, that listen to your songs, that want to know, a bit more about your personal life, or, they're waiting to hear, little voice recordings on your phone. And it's just a great way to, I guess, go directly to the people that want to consume the mixed bag of lollies. And, me personally, I'm not sort of somebody that wakes up in the morning and scrolls social media, and I've definitely learnt that you have to create content, you have to be online, you need to connect with your fans, reply to every comment. It means a lot, and I think that being an artist is one thing, but then there's also the business side of music which you need to know about, and there's also the brand, and the brand is very important. And it's been very hard because I guess I'm in it alone. I'm having to learn from my mistakes, and unfortunately just run into some relationships that have been torn. So I do have a whole bunch of things that I am dying to release. It's just a matter of when I can. And just live shows, man, I'd love to tour. I'd love to, go up to Queensland, go down to Melbourne, play. I'd love to, collaborate with people. But it is pretty hard at the moment. So social media is the one thing, it's the one tool. I got myself a record player when I was 21, and I think that's also like, getting the actual record and looking at the artwork and things like that. I don't do that as much at the moment, but I would love to share the story of going to get, you know, your favorite record. I had like a rug that like was next to my record player, and like would lay down like with a great sound system and take it all in. And that's probably the thing that's changing about the music industry now is that, you know, I feel as though to release an album, because there's just so much out there in the digital world, you know, everyone's sort of releasing singles now, single by single, because, you know, you have the ability for people to consume it as opposed to a whole album. So I guess the answer to that question is, you know, I listen to music with my headphones or in the speakers at home. I, you know, search through playlists, make my own playlists, or when I'm driving, I love to listen to a fucking good song. Scream at the top of your lungs, wind in your hair. Bachelor Girl was going back to, you know, the days I was there with my blue eyeshadow and my bright pink blush and my hairbrush, singing, you know, in the mirror. The first CD that I ever bought, the single that I ever bought, was Taxi Ride. You know, let's drive. Actually, that's not that Taxi Ride song. I don't know. Cut. What is that song? Oh man, I'm having like the weirdest brain farts today. But Bachelor Girl was just like the most amazing CD. You know, I saved up all my pennies to get that album. And I actually got to meet Tanya Doko, which was really incredible, and got to go and sing an acoustic version of Buses and Trains. So it was just amazing. And Tina Arena, I would say, actually, too. My mum used to play her a lot, cooking dinner. And I was always trying to, like, replicate her voice, which was very hard. My mum always said that I got my singing voice from the screaming I did as a kid, so thank you. But yeah, Tina Arena and Bachelor Girl, definitely. I'm ready for a game. I love games. Okay, great.
So when you chuck them all, we chuck them all.
Okay, cool. This way.
Yeah.
Oh my god, don't do this to me. I don't know what it's called. This is terrible that I don't know what this is called. La, 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 la. Is it... I'm going to embarrass myself now. Don't play this live. Is it In Excess? No, it's not. This is the time, Guns N' Roses. That's right. And the song is Sweet Child of Mine. Thank God. It's coming back to me now. Holy shit. Dun, 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 dun. No. Oh. Oh, it is. I have time. Thank God. Dun. I don't know who's saying that. Oh man, I only heard the beginning. Oh my God. Oh, it's Post Malone. I feel like there's a rock star. Yes. Yeah, perfect.
Well
Very
done.
good, Post Malone.
You get a prize.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. I just won an imaginary car in my head. It feels great. But it's imaginary, right?
No,
Oh,
it's real.
I get some headphones? It's amazing. That's so good. Thank you. I thought these were mine.